Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Preeti Kaur. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Indian Armed Forces give befitting reply to Pakistan's misadventure last night after drone incursions and attempt to attack India at 26 locations along the international border, and LOC was thwarted. Blackout observed in multiple locations across the line of control and international border throughout the night in the wake of Pakistani drone attacks. Civil fight operations at 32 airports across northern and western India suspended. 25 key air routes also closed. Government fact-checking unit swings into action to highlight and debunk misleading information on social and mainstream media to highlight false claims. India raises serious questions about the effectiveness of IMF assistance to Pakistan, says Pakistan continues to sponsor cross-border terrorism. The Indian Army on Friday gave a befitting reply to a series of coordinated attacks by Pakistan along the western border, including the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir last night. Drones have been sighted at 26 locations ranging from Baramulla in the north to Bhuj in the south, along both the international border and the line of control with Pakistan. Now, these include suspected armed drones posing potential threats to civilian and military targets. The locations include Baramulla, Srinagar, Avantipura, Nagrota, Jammu, Firozpur, Pathankot, Fazilka, Lalgarh Chatta, Jaisalmer, Barmer, Bhuj, Kuwarbet and Lakhinala. Regrettably, an armed drone targeted a civilian area in Firozpur, resulting in severe injuries to members of a local family. The injured have been provided medical assistance and the area has been sanitized by security forces. The Indian Armed Forces are maintaining a high state of alert, and all such aerial threats are being tracked and engaged using counter-drone systems. The situation is under close and constant watch, and prompt action is being taken wherever necessary. Citizens, especially in border areas, are advised to remain indoors, limit unnecessary movement, and strictly follow safety instructions issued by local authorities. While there is no need for panic, heightened vigilance and precaution are essential. A complete blackout was put in force on Saturday in several districts of Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab and Gujarat as precautionary measure amid the attack by Pakistan. Jammu and Kashmir's Akhnur and Udhampur regions went dark on Saturday as explosions and sirens could be heard in the area. The Indian Army retaliated shortly in the Jammu sector in response to the drone attacks on Indian cities by the Pakistan Army along the line of control and international border. A blackout was also enforced in Punjab's Jalandhar as some drones were reportedly spotted for some time. Local administration urged the civilians to remain calm and follow blackout protocol. Moreover, as a safety measure, a blackout was also imposed in villages of Santalpur Taluka in Gujarat's Patan district, which borders Pakistan. All right, our correspondent Vishal Barrister is joining us on phone line from Srinagar. Vishal, good morning. We've told our viewers about how a complete blackout was enforced yesterday night. You get us more. What is the latest you're picking up from ground?
Very good morning to you, Preeti. Srinagar is on high alert. Let me repeat, Srinagar is on high alert. The Indian forces, they have avenged the attacks from Pakistan. There were deep strikes inside the Pakistan territory. A detailed press brief would be informing us about the extent of the attack. But let me tell you that last night, even Srinagar was under attack at Avantipura, which is a military airbase, and also Srinagar. They were also under attack when I am talking about the 26 locations, and Srinagar is in a high state of alert. let me tell you that the tension is high, but the security forces are in full control of the situation. There is no casualty, no damage done to human life, and I'm talking about till as I speak to you, not about last night, but previous as well. This is except the cross-border ceasefire violation by Pakistan in Uri. But because of these drones, there have been no human casualty, only some injuries in Firozpur. But as I speak to you, situation is quite tense here in Srinagar, and Indian Army and Indian Air Force, they are on their vigil. A detailed press brief is on the way, and we would be hearing in some time from now.
All right, Vishal, also for the benefit of our viewers, let us get more from you as to what is it that people are experiencing on the ground. Now, these are drone attacks. Get us the severity and the gravity of the situation. 26 locations had been, put under blackout, and also we are seeing here people out in the dark. Get us, how do you gauge the severity or the gravity of the situation?
Well, the situation is absolutely alarming. Let me tell you that though these drones are not made in Pakistan, they are made in Turkey, and also they are using ammunition, Chinese ammunition. But let me tell you that Pakistan continues to attack India after India went deep inside Pakistan, attacking their terror basis. And let me also tell you that India has been thwarting all these attempts. Our air defense is very, very strong, and we are always on the vigil. But last night, let me tell you that Pakistan attacked 26 different locations, and for the first time, they attacked Srinagar and in and around. So the situation is very tense here. Srinagar is on high alert mode.
All right, Vishal, also get us more on these 26 locations which were under blackout. You tell us that there is a base in Avantipura. Get us more as to what kind of region is this where these 26 locations are present. Is it more of a residential area? Is it more of a forested? Get us more as to how do we understand the topographical details of these 26 locations?
Okay, fine. When we talk about Avantipura, Avantipura is 30 kilometers from Srinagar. It's a military air base, and also Srinagar is a military air base. Last night, Pakistan tried to attack both these military air bases. This was the first time that Srinagar and Avantipura also came under the attack, but no loss of life or damage has been reported by the security forces. We have thwarted their attempts. But when we talk about the different places, I'll go one by one. And now this time, along with the civilian areas, they also targeted the military establishments, because this include locations like Baramulla, which falls under Kashmir, Srinagar, Avantipura, I already told you, Nagrota, these are all military areas and near to the LOC. Jammu, Firozpur is a cantonment in Punjab, bordering Pakistan. Pathankot is also a cant. Fazilka is another cantonment. Lalgarh Jatta. Now this area is near Ganganagar and is in Rajasthan. And this is also a cantonment. Jaisalmer, we all know, is a cantonment. Parmer is an air base. Bhuj in Gujarat, Kwarbet and Lakhinala. All these places were under attack. And as I speak to you, situation continues to be tense here. And Srinagar, people are very much up in anger here in Kashmir, not only in Srinagar, but I'm talking about whole of Kashmir. And in especially Jammu, civil areas have been attacked. Last night it was Firozpur that came under the attack because of these armed drones. But there have been casualties in the Uri sector and also casualties in the Samba sector of Jammu. And what we gather is 17 people so far have lost their lives in these ceasefire violations by Pakistan.
Yes, Vishal. Now, India has maintained that these strikes are non-escalatory. At the same time, we've seen how Pakistan has been targeting civilian areas. You've been there in Srinagar for long now. How do you gauge the situation? How do we expect the days ahead to pan out?
Well, it's not, I've been here in Srinagar, but not only in Srinagar, I've been traveling and I've been traveling to different places, gathering information.
Yes.
This includes Pahalgam and other areas where the terrorist hideouts and their houses were razed down. These are declared terrorists who have been on rolls of Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. But apart from that, people in general are very much in anger because they know that this is a direct attack on the belly. The anger started with the killing of 26 innocent people. I was in Pahalgam. I went to the house of the Poliwala who gave his life saving the tourists and also facing the terrorists. And his father and brother, they told me that it is not about one Adil. There are many Adils in Kashmir. So Kashmir is ready to take on the fight. But the security forces are there to protect us. They have again and again issued instructions. There is no need to panic. But yes, you need to be very cautious. There is no need to venture out unnecessarily. And please follow the instructions. Please follow the directives of the blackouts. Whenever there is a blackout, you should follow it. There should be no light. There should be no nothing should be done so that the enemy takes advantage of it.
All right, Vishal, also get us a quick update on the ceasefire violations. You mentioned that ceasefire violation was witnessed at the LOC. Get us more inputs on that.
Well, pretty yesterday, the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, he took stock of the situation. He visited two villages in the Odi sector and he has given all instructions to the local authorities about the people who have been victim of this ceasefire violation. This is not only Kashmir I'm talking about, but also in the Jammu area there have been ceasefire violations. And yesterday the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah, he also took stock of the situation in Jammu. So two chief ministers and the lieutenant governor, they are keeping a close vigil. The Jammu and Kashmir police along with military intelligence are working overnight. Meanwhile, the cordoning and search operation is also on. Remember, it all started off with the terror attack in Pahalgam. So they are doing their job. The civil administration has also been alerted. All leaves have been cancelled and everybody has been asked to report to their bases. This is the civil authority I'm talking about. And the military, we already know that they have been asked to stay on guard 24/7.
Was our correspondent Vishal Baristo joining us from Srinagar, telling us more about the blackout that was enforced yesterday night. We'll keep you updated. Let's turn focus to other updates related to this only. Now, the government announced the temporary closure of 32 airports across northern and western India for all civil flight operations effective from 9th to 14th of May due to operational reasons. Now, the closure affects major airports including Chandigarh, Srinagar, Amritsar, Ludhiana, Bhuntar, Kishangarh, Patiala, Shimla, Dharamshala and Bhatinda. Additional airports impacted by this temporary suspension include strategic locations such as Jaisalmer, Jodhpur, Leh, Bikaner, Pathankot, Jammu, Jamnagar and Bhuj. The temporary closure is being managed in coordination with relevant ATC units to ensure safety and minimize disruption. Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport resumed normal operations in the early hours of Saturday and issued an advisory to passengers amid heightened security preparedness. Airlines have asked passengers to reach airports well ahead of the scheduled departure of flights. Passengers are advised to arrive at the airport at least 3 hours prior to departure to ensure a smooth check-in and boarding process. You're watching DD India Live. We're heading for a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back after the break. You're watching DD India Live. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday chaired a high-level meeting with all the three service chiefs of Army, Air Force and Navy in New Delhi amid escalating India-Pakistan tension. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval were also present in the meeting. Amid escalating tensions between India and Pakistan, the Ministry of Home Affairs on Friday asked the states and union territories to exercise emergency powers under civil defence rules to ensure effective implementation of essential precautionary measures. Referring to the civil defence rules, the MHA in a letter said that the rules empower the states to take certain measures deemed necessary for protection of people and properties from damage or for ensuring the due maintenance of vital services in the event of a hostile attack. It added that funds of the local authority will be applicable to the payment of charges and expenses incidental to such compliance, and priority shall be given to such compliance over all other duties and obligations of the local authority. The government is putting all out efforts to ensure foolproof functioning of emergency systems and availability of essential services. Akshay Dongre is joining us on phone line. Akshay, we've been telling our viewers about the preparations that have been done at home. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a high-level meeting with the three service chiefs of army. Get us more on the meeting. We've told our viewers a broad outline of what dealt. You spell out more details.
Well, what exactly are we talking about, Preeti? Are we talking about the civil measures or are we talking about the escalation that is taking place between the two countries?
The measures that were decided on in the meeting yesterday first, and then we'll come to the situation.
Well, there are certain rules. Anytime there is a hostile environment, possibility of a the government or the administration will have to prioritize the requirements that is coming out of that hostile setup to protect the lives of civilians, and that will trump all of the other rules or other priorities will be set aside to ensure that the hostilities and the conditions that are dangerous for the people are dealt with first. So that is what has happened. Powers have been given to administration to ensure any kind of any and every preparation that is required to prevent citizens that require government changing certain rules as far as security of people are concerned. There may be mock drills more frequently that will be announced, and people will have to comply. People will have to adhere to the rules that are being set up or are being announced by the government in this time of need. So the situation is not only tense at the LOC and the international border; it is tense all across the country. So if you look at the situation that is prevailing right now, we will have to see how administration deals with it.
All right, Akshay, thank you so much for joining in with those details. Moreover, in Gujarat, Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel held a high-level meeting in Gandhinagar on Friday to review the state's alertness. The meeting focused on assessing the state's preparedness, particularly in sensitive border and coastal regions. Senior officials from the Home Department, Disaster Management Authority and State Police briefed the Chief Minister on the ongoing coordination efforts, emergency response mechanisms and security deployments in light of the heightened threat environment. In view of the prevailing situation on the international border, Minister of State for Home Affairs Harsh Sanghvi announced a statewide ban on firecrackers and drones at all public and private events until May 15th. A barrage of coordinated disinformation has been carried out by certain social media handles in general and mainstream media in particular in Pakistan, with the sole objective to instill fear among the Indian masses. Now, the psychological warfare has been actively debunked for the last few weeks. False information is being spread on social videos, with a video shared on social media which is claiming that India has carried out a drone attack on Nankana Sahib Gurdwara. Now, the fact-check unit in a social media post debunked the reports, saying the video is completely fake and such content is created to spread communal hatred. The fact-check unit of the PIB debunked yet another fake claim, stating the temporary closure of services on Delhi-Mumbai airline route. In a post on X, the fact-check unit said that this claim is fake. The Airports Authority of India has extended the temporary closure of 25 segments of air traffic service routes within the Delhi and Mumbai flight information regions due to operational reasons. Now, the Press Information Bureau on Friday debunked another fake video circulated by Pakistani X handles, which falsely claimed that an Indian post was destroyed by the Pakistani army. This video is old and not related to any activity post Operation Sindoor. The video was originally uploaded on YouTube on 15th of November 2020. The fact-check unit of the Press Information Bureau has debunked another false claim, this time regarding alleged explosions at Jaipur Airport. The PIB shared an official clarification from the District Collector and Magistrate of Jaipur, refuting the viral video that falsely claimed explosions were heard at the airport. Now, according to the PIB fact-check, the video circulating with the caption "Explosions can be heard at the Jaipur Airport" is completely fake. India has abstained from voting on Pakistan's bailout package at IMF meeting. The International Monetary Fund took note of India's abstention from the vote. The IMF reviewed the extended fund facility lending program and also considered a fresh resilience and sustainability facility lending program of $1.3 billion for Pakistan. India raised concerns over the efficacy of IMF programs in case of Pakistan given its poor track record, and also on the possibility of misuse of debt financing funds for state-sponsored cross-border terrorism. India pointed out that rewarding continued sponsorship for cross-border terrorism sends a dangerous message to the global community, exposes funding agencies and donors to reputational risks, and makes a mockery of global values. And now we take a look at why India abstained from the IMF vote on the Pakistan loan. Up on your screens, we'll get you the explanation. India abstained from the recent IMF vote on approving a loan to Pakistan, not due to lack of opposition, but because IMF rules do not permit a formal no vote. By abstaining, India conveyed its strong dissent within the constraints of the IMF's voting system and used the opportunity to formally record its objections. And these are not just India's objections. In fact, up on your screens, we'll get you the objections which have been put forth by India. India questioned the effectiveness of the ongoing IMF assistance, noting that Pakistan has received support in 28 of the past 35 years, including 4 programs in just the last 5 without meaningful or lasting reform. India strongly highlighted the Pakistani military's continued dominance in economic affairs, which undermines transparency, civilian oversight and sustainable reform. India firmly opposed providing funds to a country that continues to sponsor cross-border terrorism, warning that such support carries reputational risks for global institutions and undermines international norms. The Board of Control for Cricket in India has decided to suspend the remainder of the ongoing Indian Premier League 2025 edition with immediate effect for 1 week. The IPL was suspended following a sharp escalation in military tensions between India and Pakistan. Further updates regarding the new schedule and venues of the tournament will be announced in due course. BCCI Vice President Rajiv Shukla said that new schedule will be announced after assessing the situation and discussing with the government, the stakeholders, franchisees and the broadcasters.
BCCI ने यह निर्णय लिया है कि आईपीएल को अभी फिलहाल 1 सप्ताह के लिए स्थगित किया गया है। उसके बाद जो स्थिति है उसका जायजा लेके सरकार से विचार विमर्श करके जो हमारे स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं, फ्रेंचाइजी और ब्रॉडकास्टर, इन सबसे बात करके नए शेड्यूल की घोषणा की जाएगी।
अभी हफ्ते के लिए टूर्नामेंट सस्पेंड किया गया है। जैसे ही स्थिति आगे अगले कुछ दिनों में कैसी रहती है उसको मद्देनजर रखते हुए अगला निर्णय लिया जाएगा।
That's it in this edition of DD India Live. But let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those of you on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. This app is available on both Android and iOS platforms, and you can download the respective QR codes. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Preeti Kaur signing off, and from all of us at in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.